Yo yo yiggity yo everyone, my name is Shimashima and welcome to I guess our first episode of let's let's chat, man. Let's I don't know what I could call this, but let's chit chat. And today's topic is, well, the gameplay is there, but like it's not really about the gameplay, it's more about what I'm going to be talking today. And today's topic is college. I'm in college right now, so and it's not gonna be like an in-depth thing of college. It's gonna be like more of an overview of stuff. So don't mind the gameplay. It's just there for you guys to look at while while I'm talking. Um, and the reason I wanted to talk about stuff like this is because, like, in Let's Plays, you don't normally hear about stuff like this, and I think it's something that should be brought up because, like, when I was young, when I was listening or looking into Let's Plays, I would often put my education second, and it often led to like horrible things. Like my grades started dropping, classes were getting tougher because I was behind stuff, behind schedule. So I kind of want to talk about that and how my transition to college and how my transition to college was. Um, so let me start off with when I was young, I used to play a lot of video games, and it was nice. You have less worries. You don't have a lot to think about. You just come home. You don't have that much homework. School isn't that tough. So video games, you could do that as a hobby. You could straight out do that. But as time goes by, you start realizing that being a gamer is just a little bit tougher and harder because like you have to manage your schedule. That's where I know most of you guys have heard it time and time again about time management and how important that is. And it wasn't until I got to college that I realized the importance of that. And even right now I'm a third year, so it has taken me a while to realize how important that is because I even to this day I try to be organized, but it just at the beginning of the semester I am organized, but like as time goes by, I kind of stop keeping that agenda. I kind of stop being organized. I kind of stop doing the right choices, and that's something that I have to keep reminding myself at. I'm not perfect. I'm still, I'm still a gamer. I'm still a kid on the inside. So, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, despite all those things, you have to realize that time passes, and sometimes you kind of need to adjust. And I don't want to say the word grow up because that sounds so bad. It's not about growing up because you have to keep your child self still alive. But what I'm trying to say is, to kind of like not mature either because mature people say mature in a horrible, meanest ways. But you have to like realize that time is ongoing and that you have to adapt to that. Like you're growing in age, uh, you're growing school wise, so your academic growth is still ongoing. So you need to like make those small little changes of start being a little bit more organized. So, and I don't want to sound like like a mother or something or a parent figure telling you to like put them games down, sonny. But sometimes I have to admit you do kind of have to do that. Recently, it wasn't until recently that I decided, what, I used to be like a huge video game kind of guy. Even in like as a college, even as a college student, I would play video games for a very long time, and that affected me in grades and my academic growth. So what I did this semester is, you know, I put away all my consoles. So the only thing that I have is my computer, and that's the only reason how I can play video games now. But it's more of it's how can I explain that? It will. It's my first time doing this kind of. It's kind of like a vlog kind of thing, but it's not really because I'm not showing my face. But like putting away my video game consoles is more like, like saying to myself, okay, let's change a little bit, like let's change some habits of mine. Let's try to like focus and put my education more of a priority, more than I already had considered it. So you know, it's perhaps I'm just ranting, you know, but I want to, hopefully you guys are understanding what I'm trying to express. It's just the fact that I want to share what I've been thinking these past days, because you know, I have been filling out this scholarship application for college, since for me it's a little bit hard to pay for college. And so uh, when I was writing the scholarship, you usually have to write personal statements, which are usually, you know, like a small paper, 1 page, 2 pages usually, about why you should earn this scholarship, uh, what are your situations, or just talk about experiences, and why you should be the candidate for that person, why you're the best candidate actually. And so while doing that scholarship application, I started thinking about my past and how much I've grown, how much I've developed, and how much things have changed. So while thinking and reflecting on my past, I said, well, like I thought to myself that that things have changed a lot, in the fact that I start getting emotional. You know, I'm not in a weird way that but it's okay to be emotional. I get emotional in the fact that, like, you know, when you comment, when you stop to think about like your past, it's and how much you've grown, it's you get this feeling, you know, like wow, I've come this far. I'm so getting sidetracked right now, but it's okay. I won't delete this commentary. It's natural. It's unedited. But what I want to say is that you know, when I take public transportation from home to college, it's I take 2 hour transportation, so it kind of gets me tired. But in that 2 hour span that I take from like going to college and coming home, or going home or coming to college, whatever, vice versa, I see a lot of things, and I see a lot of young teenagers that look like they're in high school, or they're around the high school age or middle school. Excuse me. That they're already into gangs, drugs, and I live in a very poor neighborhood. I have to say that. You guys have to know a little bit about me to understand what I'm saying or where I'm coming from. But I live in a poor neighborhood, and it's very low income. So when I see these young teenagers, you know, in gangs and doing drugs, it kind of gets me sad, because I kind of wish I could share my college experience and how happy I am in college, and how different things are in college and in life. I wish I could share that with them, you know, to open their eyes and make them realize how how things can be a lot more different. Like it's not all about just drugs, women. I'm not saying women in a bad way. I'm saying women as in, like, you know, sex kind of thing. Because, like, you know, it's okay. Let me rephrase that. It's not all about money. It's not, well, technically it all revolves around money, but it's not all about, like, you know, drugs, gangs, and just roaming the streets. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's not all about that. It's that's just a tiny little piece of the world that they're seeing, because that's what they've grown with. That's what they've seen their whole lives. It's just gangs, drugs, violence, prostitution. A lot of these, like, horrible things that are, like, a young fresh mind can see. And I kind of wish I could share my experiences as a college student, as a you know, I come from that neighborhood, and I kind of want to show them how things could be a lot different, and how they could change themselves and along change their community. It sounds so cliche, but it's so true. And I kind of want to share that with you guys because you don't know how important that is to me. I kind of want to change my neighborhood. I want to change how my community is. And if I can like share what I feel through like gameplay commentary, then by all means I will do that. I guess this wraps up this whole video. I don't have much else to say, but it's hopefully you guys enjoy this, and I may continue doing this. Who knows? Goodbye.